gentlemen, it's an honor to be here with you today for the Modern Competitive Online Racing League. I'm your head commentator, Nicholas Koskinen, and welcome to Prodigy Racing Network for today's coverage of the Jawb 400 here at Chicagoland Speedway. The quote that Dale Jr. made famous, but has really been existing in dirt racing for years. Anyway, welcome to the MCORL. This is round 5. After this race, we will officially be a fourth of the way through the season. And right now, here's how the points stack up after the last round in Indianapolis. I think it was Indianapolis. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Ryan Santana right there behind Jerry Cook. I don't think Jerry's in this race today, so that is good news for everybody else involved. Ryan Santana, Alexander Gonzalez Green, Victor Delgado, Shane Sides, your top 5 in the standings. Hoping to see a really good race today from those guys. Flandre Wilson will be starting on pole for today's race, so this should be a good one. She is coming off of a race win in the SC, whatever the league we streamed earlier this weekend. She's coming fresh off of a Daytona 500 win. She'll be participating in another Daytona 500 tonight. In fact, the league owner of that said 500 is starting right next to her. So an all-female top 2 here on the front row of the grid. Robbie Gilbin will be starting next to Thomas Troxel. And then after that, you got the 17 of Daniel Rivera alongside the 19 of Ryan Santana. After that, you got Ethan Mingalelli starting alongside LPK. No, never mind.
Start your engine!
That isn't LPK. That is actually John Johnson. John Johnson. Okay. That is LPK's car, but I can't quite confirm. Somebody in the chat's going to have to confirm to me whether or not that is LPK racing in that car. Leonardo Cole-Pomble, by the way. I just call him LPK as an abbreviated type of deal. So, coming up tonight, the IFAR Premier League, the Daytona 500 coming up there. But right now, this is the MCORL. As they head into the Geico restart zone, we've already got one crashing. Green flag in the air from Joliet, Illinois. And it's 4 wide there for second place as Flandre Wilson looking to pull away. Aria Carmona right there in the midst of all that. They'll pull off here. The 21 of Thomas Troxel will solidify second place. Now it's 4 wide in the middle of the pack here. Alexander Gonzalez Green was part of that with, I believe that was the 19 of... Oh, Santana's spinning hard into the wall. Probably has a concussion, knowing what we know about the next-gen car. And we might have a race restart coming up here soon. We're just going to have to see if that's the case, if everybody acts like an idiot. For now, it looks like we are still green. We got a side-by-side battle. Daniel Rivera along with Robbie Gilvin in that Exide Batteries Ford Mustang. So it looks like we are going to have a race restart. I was correct. I just didn't... Alexander Gonzalez Green, coming over the radio, kind of has some things to say about Ethan Mingalelli. So Ryan Santana just confirmed us that that is Leonardo Cole-Pomble. Or LPK, or LKP, as we call him here on Prodigy Racing Network. Once again, not to dismay him, it's just an abbreviation thing. So, nothing malicious. Don't attack me too hard for it. So, we're about ready to go to attempt number 2 here. This is my ears. Okay. I don't know how they do the custom driver command, but it's whatever. I like that. I like it. So once again, Flandre Wilson and Aria Carmona, an all-female front row here. Robbie Gilvin and Thomas Troxel, and then Daniel Rivera rounds out the top 5. We got the debut of a fresh-looking car by Carl Childress in the 88. He's driving his Matty Black Mountain Dew car, which I think looks really cool. One of the best schemes in the field. Flandre Wilson on the inside, or Arya Carmona on the outside. Green flag back of the air here in Chicagoland for attempt number 2. 3 wide for second and 3 wide for fifth. 4 wide there for fourth place here. And I knew that wasn't going to end well. We got one around. It is Ryan Santana. Hard side hit into the wall. Now we're just going to have to see if that brings them back or if it's just going to be a yellow. Arya Carmona on the inside looking to take it away from Flandre Wilson. Now remember how Arya did in the last round of the MCORL. 21, Thomas Troxel with the pass on Alexander Gonzalez-Green and Ethan Mingalelli. And we got smoke, although I think that was just from the last accident. Arya Carmona now in serious trouble here as she's just lost second place. And under a nice day here in Joliet, Illinois, here comes Arya on the bottom. Chicagoland is one of those tracks you can make just about any groove work for you. I think Kyle Larson kind of proved that you can run the high side here just as well as you can the middle or the bottom. And Arya making use of the multi-groove racing here in Chicagoland. We start lap number 3. Robbie Gilvin now moves up into second place. And it's about a 3/10 gap between Gilvin and Arya right now. Contact between Mingalelli and Daniel Rivera. I remember they had a lot of words to say about Ethan Mingalelli after that first attempt. It seems like that this will be your second attempt here and your final attempt, as they are able to keep it clean. Thomas Troxel into the wall there. And Carl Childress thinks he's Ross Chastain. To be fair, he is driving a Chevy. And Arya continues to pull away here. However, if these next-gen cars are anything like the real-life cars, then I don't really expect her to be out there about 2 seconds out there for long. But we actually now have a battle brewing between Robbie Gilvin and Daniel Rivera. This might give way for either Ethan Mingalelli or Flandre Wilson to make a move here in the coming laps. But Robbie Gilvin really wants that position. He's trying to hold on as hard as he can here. He is the lone Ford in that top 3. Everybody else is a Toyota. Daniel Rivera and Arya Carmona are all Toyotas. Flandre Wilson, the lone Chevrolet here in the top 5. And we got one in the grass. What happened to Jelani Howell? Something happened. We're sorry that we missed that. Oh, Alexander Gonzalez-Green. That's what happened. What's that? That didn't even look like his fault. That looked like netcode, honestly. Oh, my lord. Yeah, it sucks for Jelani Howell, but that was nobody's fault there. And it wasn't Jelani's, it wasn't Alex's fault. But it looks like they'll keep it green here, as it was a one-car accident. Arthur Xavier, the official here at the MCORL, keeping it green. When Arya crosses the line, it'll be 60 laps to go. And we got some battles throughout the field. It's really hard to really choose a single person to focus on. Jelani Howell somehow getting up to speed with Carl Childress there, but Alexander Gonzalez-Green and Flandre Wilson. Then you also got Thomas Troxel and Ethan Mingalelli. Battle for second now. Massive battle for second between Robbie Gilvin and Daniel Rivera. He'll get right on past. It's almost like the 69 just let off. He didn't want to really battle with that 17 there. And that will give Rivera leeway to battle for the lead here. Arya Carmona now has a little bit of right side damage, and she is glitching in and out. That is my bad. Side by side here. This is Chicagoland racing at its finest here. Contact! Thomas Troxel and Ethan Mingalelli up at the wall. Here comes Green and Wilson. This is a 4-way battle for fourth here. Now it's just a 3-way battle for fifth, as Ethan Mingalelli defending hard on that position there. Alexander Gonzalez-Green has shown what kind of speed he has. Remember back to the Daytona Road Course earlier in the season. He has a lot of speed. He has a lot of talent. And he is going to just make short work of Ethan Mingalelli there. But those two riding the top side here. The battle for 6th rages on. As Ethan Mingalelli has fallen back. So actually now it's a battle for 5th. My bad. Oh my lord. This is setting up to be 3 wide here. If Flandre Wilson and Ethan Mingalelli can just get up to green here. But it's going to be side by side for now. We got a lot of battles to cover here. We're going to try and get as much action on the track as we can. Remember, this is NR 2003. We do not have the NASCAR and NBC kind of equipment. All you can do is just press the V key, or you could just do this too, but that looks clunky. Robbie Gilvin there in the 2nd place, and now Daniel Rivera. He's given that 20, or he gave the 33, or to. No, he didn't. Wait, Gilvin, sorry, I am so sorry. Gilvin passed the 17 back there. I completely forgot they were battling for a moment. Aria Carmona loves seeing what she's seeing in the mirror here, because they're battling, they're slowing each other down, and that's going to give her leeway to pull away from these guys a little bit more. However, she's screwed if these two work together. Here comes Gilvin, a massive run through the middle. And he hasn't quite cleared Aria quite yet, but they're riding the top side here. And Robbie Gilvin has officially cleared Aria Carmona, and that is the first lead change of the race. Now we're looking for our 2nd lead change here, as the 17 of Daniel Rivera will move down to the bottom. And the leads will swap hands once again. Aria Carmona into the wall. Gilvin using the draft off the 17. And for the first time since for the first time in this race, we have a driver that isn't Aria leading the race. Or leading the lap, I should say. Daniel Rivera holding on strong. Now he's starting to build a gap over Robbie Gilvin. Aria Carmona still hanging tough. And seems like the only battle we have right now is between Jelani Howell and Carl Childress at the moment. Those two battling what seems to be for 9th place right now. Let's take a look at your fastest lap here for the MCRL. This is belonging to Alexander Gonzalez Green, who has the fastest lap with a 29.768. And he definitely deserves it, as he's had a really fast Toyota all day. And now he's starting to give the 21 of Thomas Troxel a run for his money here. The 51 to the back bumper of the 21, or close to the back bumper of the 21, about a car length behind him. This is the battle for 4th place. Right now, the 51 will drop to the bottom. Aria Carmona is slow here on the tri-oval. That will give Thomas Troxel everything he needs to race for 3rd. He's into the wall, and he's loose! The 21, he saves it! What a save by Thomas Troxel! Alexander Gonzalez Green will get right on past, though, so it did have its consequences. And Flandre Wilson, a bloodthirsty shark she is, looking for 5th place. Well, we are coming to about 50 laps to go here in Chicagoland, and we are already about to see a lap car. Right there, you're seeing the 16 of Jelani Howell. By the way, I'm very sorry. That 19 is Ryan Santana. We do apologize. LPK is a little bit slow here. He's coming into pit road. I wonder if we're not going to start seeing pit stops. LPK currently sitting 10th in the points, by the way. Really impressive. Or LKP, I'm so sorry. Good lord, I can't even get my own abbreviation right. So Jelani Howell, the lap car here. As we still kind of looking for some battles. LKP in the pit road still. He is that Ford Mustang right there. Oh, into the wall goes the 19 and Ryan Santana. It seems like a lot of guys are really going up into the wall today. A lot of people are just losing it off the corner. Kind of wondering if the back end is not giving out on them. I've never raced the NCS 22 cars here, but we got a battle here. Alexander Gonzalez Green and Aria Carmona. This is the battle for 3rd. Carmona trying to keep her 3rd place spot here. She is defending like hell, trying to keep on to it. The 1 car hasn't been cleared yet. She's holding on the bottom. The 51 seeing if he can get an advantage on the top side. And he will! He clears the one of Arya. And now here comes Carmona once again. She is not backing off here. Thomas Troxel also loving what he's seeing in the mirror. Or in what's in front of him, sorry. Look at those RPMs. He goes through the corner here. Whoa, somebody hit the wall there. That was Troxel. He's still got the momentum here. Hoping he doesn't hook the one into the wall here. We also have a bit of a battle here as Jelani Howell tries to stay on the lead lap, or tries to get up to the lead lap, I should say. However, they're holding up to 69 in the process. Alexander Gonzalez-Green actually now might have a chance to get up into second place. Thomas Troxel still battling hard with Arya Carmona at the moment, as she is now down in the 5th place as Thomas Troxel will move into 4th. Ethan Mingalelli and Flandre Wilson battling each other here. 33 up into the wall. He'll smack the wall. And Flandre Wilson will take advantage of the mistake by the 33, and she'll get right on past here, coming on to not really the backstretch, because that's a curved backstretch there, but LKP is not racing for position. He's actually last. 2 laps down is that 65 car. Victor Delgado III, the DSRA points leader, not having the best race in the world. He's hanging back into 8th place. He might have a chance to get into 7th, though, seeing how Ethan Mingalelli is completely just struggling here on this long green flag run. Now we have a challenge. That 17 just cannot seem to shake Robbie Gilvin. It's another battle for first here. As you go on board with the 69 car with your Exide batteries onboard camera. The Popeyes Toyota right there, the 17 of Daniel Rivera holding on to the race lead at this very moment. Victor Delgado III trying to chase down Ethan Mingalelli and Flandre Wilson. There's a little bit of debris on the racetrack. However, if a caution came out, I'm pretty sure we'd be able to see it by now. Victor Delgado will get past the 33 here. Now he's got to try and chase down Flandre Wilson in the 23. Flandre is really vulnerable here on the top side. Here comes the lone charger here. And that Melling Racing Dodge will get right on past the 23, but he is not done yet. Flandre Wilson and Ethan Mingalelli both battling to get past him here. This is a really good racing here in Chicagoland Speedway. 42 laps to go here in Chicagoland. And the 19 Orion Santana is out of pit road. Jelani Howell in the top 10s, the last car on the lead lap, or last car a lap down. Carl Childress, the last car on the lead lap. Where is he? Arya Carmona in the pit road, so we're going to start seeing the leaders pit here very, very shortly. Might see 2 pit stops here today. 2 stop strategies for these guys. Thomas Troxel still trying to get up to Alexander Gonzalez-Green. That Toyota is a really hard car to race. That 51 car, really hard to race. Gave Jerry a heck of a time at Daytona. Jerry did ultimately end up winning that race, but shows you how speedy that 51 car can be. Flandre Wilson dealing with Ethan Mingalelli more than she'd like to. We are now down to 40 laps to go here in Joliet. Here in the Slide Job 400. Ethan Mingalelli and Flandre Wilson both get into the wall there. That kind of evens it out a little bit, but that 33 is still looking for the position. Oh, into the wall goes Ethan Mingalelli again. Wonder what this camera does. 19 and Jelani Howell moving out of the way. Now he'll move back up onto the top side. Thomas Troxel and Alexander Gonzalez Green battling for position. This is a battle for third. By the way, that's not Jelani. I keep making that mistake. Jelani Howell raises the 19 somewhere, I swear. Ryan Santana is the car in that 19 car. So I'm very sorry to Ryan and Jelani for mixing those cars up. Santana will will be safe from that 51 for now. Now, speaking of Jelani Howell, there he is right there. It's not a race for position. There's a lap separating Jelani Howell and Ryan Santana. There's Carl Childress, the last car on the lead lap. Although that's not the case anymore, as he is now a lap down. The last car on the lead lap now is Ethan Mingalelli. Got one in the pit road. It's Jelani Howell for the second time today. Just trying to look for any battle we can here. Thomas Troxel and Alexander Gonzalez Green looking like a promising battle here. You know, for a Chicagoland race with only 12 cars, this is a really good race so far. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. This is your McDonald's onboard camera with Thomas Troxel. Oh, into the wall they both go. It seems like that corner exit on 2 is really messing up a lot of drivers today. Robbie Gill. Oh, we got a retirement. Jelani Howell is out of the race. So that is the first one to retire from the session. Laundry Wilson and Ethan Mingalelli battling Aria Carmona. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to... I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time, and I'm just now, like, I'm starting to get used to the correct pronunciation of it, so I'm sorry. And we got people coming in now as Alexander Gonzalez Green, and... oh, we got contact. What are those two doing? Question is... were they past the commitment cone at that point? Mingalelli and Wilson coming in now. Daniel Rivera, we could see, is in pit road. Aria Carmona made a very interesting decision there. She pitted about 5 laps ago. She's now a lap down. I'm wondering if she's not trying to take the lead away here on this pit cycle. Fondre Wilson coming into her stall. Sorry, I'm drinking cranberry juice since it's good. Daniel Rivera, first one out of pit road. Alexander Gonzalez Green to follow. And here comes Thomas Troxel. Ethan Mingalelli out of his stall now, but Flandre Wilson could beat him out. And she won't. So that's green flag pit stops here. Robbie Gilvin, Victor Delgado, Carl Childress into their stall now. And the race will go on. I believe that might be the last pit stop of the day. Unless these guys are trying to go with a 2-stop strategy, kind of like Formula 1. Robbie Gilvin will beat Victor Delgado and Carl Childress out of their stalls here. Ethan Mingalelli, some serious... some serious right side damage. Thomas Troxel will cruise right on past Robbie Gilvin. Now, the leaderboard still has to update here, so do keep that in mind. The leaderboard still has to update. Now, Aria, I think, may have made a bad call here with her stop because she pitted way before everybody else did. So that makes me wonder if everybody else could be good to go for the rest of the race. If they pit on lap 35, they should be good until about lap 70. Obviously, there's 67 laps, so they'll be good for the rest of the race. But Aria pitted about 5 laps before everybody else, so I'm kind of wondering, and she's also on older tires than the rest of these guys. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe she kind of made a bad call there by pitting that early. She could have pitted a couple laps for everybody else and maybe stretched it a little bit and would have been fine, but I think with just how early she pitted, either she had to pit or she's just trying to be a little too clever with that pit strategy. Carl Childress seems to have cut power here. Nope. Okay, that was just the engine noises being stupid. Speaking of noises, if it is too loud or too quiet in terms of the game audio, please let me know. We're trying to find that happy medium where you can hear the roar of the engines, but you can also hear my voice, so, because that's kind of the whole point. We got a battle here, Robbie Gilvin and Thomas Troxel. Oh man, those Russian olives are really giving me allergies. But we got a battle here. This is the battle for third. So this is a podium spot here that could be up for grabs here. Thomas Troxel defending, though. These two Fords really been at each other's throats a lot, but 17, I'm pretty sure, is pretty glad that that 69 car is miles away from him. Here comes Gilvin trying to look for a spot to take the position here. And it's just going to be a matter of who's going to be able to control their throttle the most here. That's just what's going to be, pedal control here. Thomas Troxel seems to have gotten the edge in that corner there, but 69 is still hot on his heels here. They could still catch up here. And Ethan Mingalelli has been disqualified. And Ethan Mingalelli had a black flag. Oh no. Ethan Mingalelli has been disqualified from the race. He had a pit road penalty and now he is out of the race. So Ethan Mingalelli becomes your second retiree here. We have 10 cars left in the race. So that will put Victor Delgado III as the last car here in this race. Speak of the devil, there he is right there. He is racing LKP. He is also racing the 88 of Carl Childress, who for some reason went 2 laps down. LKP has a long way to go to get to Carl Childress. The battle still rage on for third here. So we have about 25 laps to go here in this race. And so far, it's been a pretty good race, all things considered. I could definitely see why people like Chicagoland so much. Blondary Wilson. Last car on the lead lap. And she is right now... she is right now about 22 seconds back from the leader. That is almost a lap at this point. And you can pretty much see... You can barely see Flandre in that 17 car's point of view there. 23 laps to go here. Right now, Daniel Rivera has led the most laps so far today. And Thomas Troxel is still under constant threat by Robbie Gilvin. That 69 car really does want to finish in third here. His teammate, Lexi Herman, did not attend today's race. She said earlier before the race started she was not going to be coming. Completely forgot why her reason was. I don't think she even gave a reason. I think she just... I guess she just couldn't. But Lexi Herman, her teammate, out of this one. Hopefully we get to see her next week. Speaking of next week, the... Speaking of... Oh, frick. Okay, I don't have it up there. But I think they're going to Fulton next week. So that'll be next Saturday. It'll be a dirt race. May God have mercy on these guys' souls. Fulton, which I believe is the dirt track that's up in New York. I could have sworn I'd see it on the mods page all the time, but I think it's in New York. Either way, it's a dirt track. These guys are all screwed. And may the best man win, I guess. Well, I don't really know if there's really anything else to really look at. We do have a battle for position, though. Technically, I guess. It's a battle for 9th. LKP and Victor Delgado to 3rd. And that Melling Racing Dodge is currently trying to get himself away from that 65 car. Carl Childress is still a long ways out. Arya Carmona still within the top 5. Flandre Wilson, though, is building or is closing the gap to her. So that could be a potential battle here later in the race. But for now, Arya Carmona is pretty much safe. She's being swamped by lap cars, though. Flandre Wilson loves seeing that. She is now probably building some confidence here that she can get up to that number 1 car. How many run-ins we've seen the 1 and the 23 car have this season, I can't even tell you. We got smoke. That looks like fresh smoke. I wonder who wrecked there, but now we got a side-by-side battle. Now things are getting interesting as Alexander Gonzalez Green. Oh, we got one out of the race. Ryan Santana is out of the race. That must have been what happened. We'll check on him after this battle subsides here. Robbie Gilvin and Alexander Gonzalez Green now battling for 3rd at the moment. I don't know where Alex came from, but... And with that, there are now 9 cars left in this race with 17 laps to go. Thomas Troxel really happy with what he saw there. So let's take a look at what happened to Ryan Santana, if we can. We did see smoke. That is... Oh. It looks like Santana just lost it coming off the corner. That's a horrible way to end your race. And there is your current points runner-up out of the race because his back end had a little too much chipotle. Now, here we go. During that entire time, we regrettably missed that battle between Arya Carmona and Flandre Wilson. Flandre was able to get past that number 1 car, so we are sorry for missing that battle once again. I know we've missed a lot of stuff this season. We're sorry. Ugh. Yep, my job is at risk. Alexander Gonzalez Green is still trying to chase down Robbie Gilvin. Oh, we got one on the apron. Carl Childress is into the grass here, and that might be his day over with. 1 car accident. It will be a green flag here. Ryan Santana also a little bit pissed off about that accident. What happened to Carl Childress, though? Just got to see what happened really quickly. Then we got to get back to the live feed. He lost it off the corner. Had an amazing save there for a moment. Slows down, tries to get back on the racetrack. The banking's a little too much for his car, and that's where he finally loses it. So we get 88, just having issues there on that corner. Oh man, he just goes down in the grass to try and avoid Victor Delgado. 88 car having some serious issues here in this race. 13 to go here in Chicagoland. What has admittedly been a quite dull race so far well, it's always like, so the first half is usually pretty interesting, then the second half is pretty boring up until like the final 5 laps. Arya Carmona battling with Thomas Troxel at this moment. No, never mind, she's not. She's a lap down. I'm missing a lot here because that number 1 car, remember, she started second today. So I don't know what happened to that number 1 car to make her lose so much pace, but she has just not had a very good day. Thomas Troxel is 2nd place right now. LKP just got his lap taken there, as he'll be now 3 laps down. Or 4 laps down, probably. I'm just going to have to see next time they cross the line here. That 17 has been dominating this entire race. I'm not sure how to... If I had GNL.TV up here, I'd be able to check how many laps he's led, but I don't. He's led a lot of laps today. I'm pretty sure he's led the most laps today. But that 17 has dominated. Since he caught fire there in that middle part of the race, he just has not looked back. Thomas Troxel in the 2nd place. There's LKP's teammate right there, Robbie Gilvin, in 3rd place. And Alexander Gonzalez Green, he was challenging for 3rd earlier. I don't know what happened to him, but he's just fallen back here. Flandre Wilson about to go a lap down here. And she does not have the pace to keep on with it here. She's still in the top 5, though. I will give her that. She's still in the top 5. And she's got Aria Carmona into pit road. We knew that was going to happen. She pitted way earlier before the rest of the field did. So I am not surprised at all to see that number 1 car. Maybe she's smart, though. Maybe she's smart. Maybe I'm a little bit off with my estimate as LKP just damn near takes out Alexander Gonzalez Green. 8 laps to go here in Chicagoland Speedway. You're watching the Slide Job 400 exclusively on Prodigy Racing Network. Coming up later tonight, the greatest season of IFAR racing ever will be Season 10 as the season premiere for the IFAR 500 starts tonight. Coverage begins at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Prodigy Racing Network. And apparently this race has a lot of drivers, too. They're even talking in the IFAR server about, about not a lot of people will probably be able to start this race because there's so many people compared to what NR 2003 servers can handle. They're expecting upwards of about maybe like 42 cars in tonight's race. So if that's the case, then we are on for a very good show to open up the 10th season of the IFAR Premier League. You will not want to miss it. Speaking of IFAR Premier League, there's the series owner right there, Aria Carmona, trying to get herself back on the lead lap here. She's actually now 3 laps down, so she's trying to get back to 2 down. Now that 1 car, remember that 1 car now on fresher tires than everybody else. She's got a lot of speed here, but I think it might be too late for that number 1 car. And I'm kind of wondering now, will Daniel Rivera try to stretch out his fuel run here? Because now we're coming down to the final 5 laps of the race. They pitted about 30 laps ago. I'm kind of wondering if they can keep a hold of it. Because I think the fuel run's good for about 35 laps from what we saw. They pitted on lap 35. I expect them to go for about 70 laps here. Which, 67 lap race. Obviously, they should be able to make it to the end if I'm right. But I guess a lot of these guys probably, I don't know. Will these guys take the risk? Aria Carmona couldn't take the risk, but so I'm wondering if a lot of these guys, this is going to be interesting here. This will be a very interesting finish to the race. LKP in the pit road now. The rookie stripe's now going to go to a stall. Flandre Wilson still holding on to the top 5, and as soon as I say that, she loses it coming out of the corner. Actually, I wonder if she's not out. Nope, she's not out of fuel. Because I know some people will try to do that when they're out of fuel to try and get a little bit extra fuel into the intake, but don't know if that exactly works in NR 2003. Either way, the 63 Robbie Gilvin will get right on past her. Or sorry, 69. 63 belongs to Lexi Herman, I think. Or sorry. No, it does belong to Lexi. No, that's the 53. Either way, it doesn't matter. She's not in this race. I don't care. Well, about 2.5 seconds split the 17 and the 21 here. Thomas Troxel looking for a win here. However, I feel like the only way he does that is if he pulls a Jerry at IFAR at Monza last year and runs out of fuel. Oh, he's into the wall, though. That might be a massive, massive opportunity for Thomas Troxel. The 17 is starting to make mistakes here. Here he is, coming off of turn number 4 for the penultimate time here. Coming into the tri-oval. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. And here he comes. Daniel Rivera looking for his first win of the season. At least I believe. Coming on to the backstretch for the final time here. Thomas Troxel. Kind of wondering if they have the fuel to make it here. I think he's going to have enough fuel. The 17 coming off of turn number 4 into the tri-oval. Daniel Rivera will win at Chicagoland Speedway. Thomas Troxel second, Robbie Gilvin third. And I think he's out of fuel. We got one spinning. It's Alexander Gonzalez Green. And they pretty much meme after they cross the line. I mean, there's not really any point in taking it seriously after the checkered flag drops. Aria Carmona kind of just pulls a... is that a little bit too insensitive? To say he pulled an Adam Petty. Or she pulled an Adam Petty, I'm sorry. Well, there's only one thing left to see. Let's see if he does some donuts. Donuts, 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 donuts. Do it. There they are. There he goes. He's going to burn it down. Sunoco fueling victories. And he is doing the classic, what I like to call the Denny Hamlin burnout. And for some reason, LKP is doing burnouts too, but nobody cares about him. Go from, oh, that's a perfect view, actually, the helicopter view. Okay, you can't see a damn thing there. Man, look at him burning it down here in Chicagoland. You deserve it, buddy. There you go. Let's take a look at the standings before they close down the server real quick. Daniel Rivera wins the race, followed by Thomas Troxel and Robbie Gilvin. Alexander Gonzalez Green and Flandre Wilson round out the top 5. Flandre finishes a lap down. Victor Delgado and Aria Carmona finish 6th and 7th, both 2 laps down. And Carl Childress and LKP, under a different name, will end up finishing 8th and 9th, 5 laps down. Unfortunately, Ryan Santana, Ethan Mingalelli, and Jelani Howe did not finish this race. Ethan Mingalelli was taken out of the race against his own will, as he was disqualified by the game for not serving a pit penalty that was supposed to be cleared. But Ryan Santana, despite not finishing the race, will get a top 10 here. That should bode well for him in the points. Coming up, just double checking, making sure I got this right. Coming up next Saturday for MCORL action, the MCORL Championship Series heads to Fulton for the MCORL Dirt Showdown. After that, on Saturday, July 8th, the MCORL Championship Series will be heading to Texas World Speedway for the Texas 400. Not Texas Motor Speedway, Texas World Speedway. You know, the track that was supposed to be demolished in 2020, but wasn't because of the coronavirus. Anyway, that's beside the point. Thank you guys so much for watching today's race. Coming up later tonight, IFAR, the IFAR 500, to open up IFAR X Season 10. The best drivers in NR 2003 go at it for another season. 10 years, celebrating 10 years of IFAR, only on Prodigy Racing Network. I'd like to thank everybody for watching today's race. We'll see you later tonight. This is your head commentator, Nicholas Kuskin with Prodigy Racing Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Daniel Rivera wins at Chicagoland Speedway.